Hey everybody, it's Dan Hanson here, and today I'm in my Great Lakes Geek persona, so remember, it's chic to be geek. You know, I was cleaning the basement out and I found some old stuff, some treasures, and it made me remember some of the old days. And you know, young people just can't know the excitement of printing out pictures on a dot matrix printer that, you know, just using ASCII characters. It's called ASCII art, and they really were works of art. You know, I've got here, I'll show you I have a Mona Lisa and Alfred E. Newman, but there's a lot more. There's George Washington and Albert Einstein and Marilyn Monroe and others. People were really creative. You know that ASCII stands for the American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Everyone just calls it ASCII. ASCII was originally developed for telegraph code, believe it or not. It's going to sound ancient talking about that. So it reserves the first 32 codes in ASCII, you know, the numbers 0 to 31 decimal. Those are the control characters, and they do stuff. They control devices. So like, I think it's ASCII 10, for example, is a line feed function. So when an ASCII character 10 is sent to a printer, it'll do a line feed. It'll advance the paper. Character 8 was a backspace, things like that. So you had to do that. You had to control the devices and send these commands out there. But then the next group, code 20 hex to 7E hex, those are the printable characters, and that's what you do this ASCII art with. Those are the letters, digits, punctuation, a few miscellaneous symbols like that. So there's 95 printable characters in total, and people would take this using a standard text editor, that's all you needed because it's ASCII, and create these great works of art. And I'll zoom in on the two that I found in the basement in a minute. So because it was a standard ASCII character set, you could see them on displays and monitors and desktops and even terminals, you know, devices that were incapable of displaying images, but they could display these ASCII characters, so you get great stuff. And of course, you could print them on a printer. And back then we had dot matrix printers. You know, they started with like 9-pin, and we got up to 24-pin, which was really something else, and you could make some fantastic art with 24-pin printers. So they'd use this clever arrangement, these artistic people, and make these great pictures, this great ASCII art. Now you also remember, since it's just ASCII, it could be sent back then in email, you know, before you could embed pictures in email. And yes, youngsters, you couldn't always just click on an image and send a JPEG or something in email, but you could send this ASCII stuff because everyone could read ASCII. Also, another use for this was, if you remember when you used to have to share printers, you had big bulk printers and there'd be printing jobs. Jobs would be sent to the printers, and to distinguish between the end of one job and the next, there would be a big banner pages, usually with ASCII art, to make the division easier to spot. You know, if you're a clerk or someone in the office, and you'd see, okay, here's one print job, and this goes to A, and then here's a nice ASCII art separating it, and this print job goes to B, and all that. So it sounds like ancient history, and it kind of is, but it wasn't that long ago. I'm glad I was there at the beginning of the PC revolution to experience stuff like this. You get to really appreciate what we have today. How about you? Do you remember doing things like that with dot matrix printers, a text editor, a big box of green bar paper? Remember green bar? So let me zoom in on my Alfred E. Newman and Mona Lisa and take a look. So here's the Mona Lisa. It's a little faded over the years, but it's really good quality, and anyone would recognize this as the Mona Lisa. You can see it's on standard green bar paper, and it's got those pin feeds, holes on the sides, because that's what was fed through the printer. Very cool. Some talented people, and that's all. I don't know how much we can zoom in for you to see, but these are just ASCII characters. Okay, and the other good one I found was my Alfred E. Newman, the mad character, you know, what me worry. And here's him. Really nice. Again, big wide green bar paper, on a wide carriage dot matrix printer using ASCII characters to print this familiar image out. And this could be on any terminal, teletype, display, monitor, printer, because it's just those printable ASCII characters that every device could handle. So there's Alfred E. Newman.